Hello everybody, my name is Khaled Siddiqui, and in this video I'm going to show you the review I did on DJI Mavic 2 Pro under high winds. I live in San Diego, California, so we are not a windy city like Chicago, Illinois. However, if we if I travel far enough and go to like Laguna Mountain, that is the most windy place I could find, and that's where I went and shot these scenes. Okay, so as you can see, the wind in the bottom left corner, the bushes are basically, those are really hard bushes that they don't easily move with the wind. So the wind is so extreme that even those bushes that have hard, branches are moving so violently. And this is the trail that I'm going to be walking down. And this trail, the scene of the mountains that you see on the other side is the Anza Borrego desert, and this that's me standing right there with my son. He has his 4th of July t-shirt on. This was shot on the 4th of July, so we went, we did a family trip on that Saturday. So right now I'm going towards the same direction as wind is going. So basically I'm not fighting against the wind, and right now I'm going sideways to the wind. So basically the wind is hitting the drone from the left side. That's where the wind is hitting it. And right now the elevation is no more than maybe 30 feet or so. I didn't want to go very high because I couldn't, in different elevations, the wind speed differs. It's different wind speed. And I couldn't monitor the wind speed at the higher elevations. At the bottom, the wind speed was somewhere roughly around 40 to 50 miles per hour. So now there is no gust of wind right now. It was a gusty situation where the wind would all of a sudden, throw a gust of wind, and then it would quite slow down or quiet down for a while. So at this moment that I'm recording this, the wind is stable at 20 miles an hour, which is noticeable on some bushes. And the drone is pretty stable. It is pretty stable. As you know, the wind is blowing from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen. So if the drone is facing me and going reverse, which means it's hitting the drone sideways. Notice the bushes on the bottom left corner. Those are indication of high wind speed. I should have used the filter. See how the sky turns dark when I video the sky, the bottom turns dark. That's because I didn't use the polarized filter. I should have though. I wanted to get like raw footage without any filter. So there comes my wife, and her hair is a good indication of the wind. I asked her to come so I could demonstrate the speed of the wind using her hair as an indication how windy it was. Since I don't have any hair left, it's hard to show you the wind speed. So look at the bushes on the right. You could see the speed of the wind. You could even see it through my t-shirt. So yeah, it's really windy. You can now see the wind speed on the bushes on the left. So that's my little daughter. If you notice, her hair is also blowing with the wind. Look at the bush on the bottom right corner. It's really windy, but the drone is so stable. It's extremely stable. It's, I mean, unbelievably stable, to be honest with you. It's like it doesn't budge. It doesn't even budge. You cannot even notice. It's just as stable as if it's an indoor shoot, an indoor footage, you know. Now here I could see some vibration. Now I can see some vibration of the footage because of the extreme winds. So now I'm holding the drone in my hand. I basically landed the drone in my hand, and because when it got a little too unstable, that's when it was really I was really afraid that it was gonna blow away the drone. And you know, and we are right next to a cliff, and this cliff, on the other side of the cliff there is like maybe 5,000 feet drop. So if the drone falls, if it's blown away with the wind and falls in that cliff, I cannot even take it back. So I had to abort the flight and hold the drone in my hand. Now this footage is with the drone in my hand. So this footage doesn't count. But yeah, this gives you an idea. You could see her hair, gives you an idea of the wind speed. So yeah, and look at her sleeves. See how fast it's vibrating because of the wind. So yeah, and see, despite that speed of the wind, you see the bushes are not budging because they're wind resistant, thick branch bushes. Yeah, so the verdict is it's pretty stable. Okay, so based on the video that you noticed, I'm sure you came to conclusion that it is extremely stable. I mean, from the footage, if it wasn't for our hairs blowing with the wind and my wife's hair and all the bushes and whatnot, you can't even tell that there's a high wind because of the footage or the stability of the drone. The drone, the winds were so strong that at a point I was under the impression that it's gonna blow away the drone or flip it sideways or something. But that thing held, held on to itself, to its spot, and it appeared as if it's on a tripod. Now this, the settings on the remote was on, it wasn't on the tripod, it was on the P, not on sport mode, it was in the P mode. Standard mode, which is. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.